Hey guys, and you're here for another installment from the Alternate Meteorological Service. So this is update 4 on Hurricane Irma as of 21:30 UTC on the 4th of September 2017. Storm's currently located at 16.7 degrees north, 54.4 degrees west, with winds of 130 miles per hour, pressure of 944 millibars, movement west at 13 miles an hour. So Hurricane Irma has now been upgraded to a Category 4 hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson scale. Hurricane Irma has increased to winds of 130 miles an hour. Some warnings and watches have been extended, and also interest within the Caribbean islands should be monitoring the progress of Hurricane Irma. The storm now poses a serious threat to the islands in the Caribbean, and most islands' inhabitants should now be preparing for what could potentially be a catastrophic event. The other part put to this summary as well is that Category 5 cannot be ruled out at this time, but presently hopefully is unlikely. But however, the conditions around the storm are conducive for storm development, so at the present time Category 5 cannot be ruled out. Hurricane warnings have also been extended, and hurricane warnings are now in effect for the following places. So there are hurricane warnings in effect in Antigua and Barbuda. Also hurricane warnings in the British West Indies, in Anguilla and Montserrat, the Dutch West Indies, islands of Saba, Saint Austrinus and also Saint Martin, and also French West Indies, Saint Martin and Saint Barthélemy, and also the Saint Kitts and Nevis Island has been under a hurricane warning. Also under a hurricane watch are the British Virgin Islands, the French West Indies, Puerto Rico, the US States Virgin Islands are all currently under a hurricane watch, and also tropical storm warning in effect for the French West Indies, which also has a hurricane watch in effect on the island of Guadeloupe, and also a tropical storm watch in effect for Dominica. So looking at the moment, Hurricane Irma has been upgraded to a Category 4 hurricane with sustained winds of 130 miles per hour. The forecast at the present time is calling for the storm to intensify to winds of 150 miles per hour, which is just shy of Category 5 strength, but still, as I said, Category 5 cannot be ruled out at this time. However, remains unlikely due to some land interaction, and also there's a possibility that there may be some wind shear increasing ahead of the storm, which may mercifully weaken it slightly. However, we still do anticipate when it passes south of Florida to still be a major hurricane. But we will keep you guys updated as this story does develop. This is just going to be a quick update. This isn't going to be another one with. This is going to be another one without graphics, or other than the forecast track. It's just due to I have to be at an appointment in the morning, so I'm not able to do a full update. So I will be going off to bed in a minute. But this is just I had to do this quick because the storm has been upgraded to a Category 4 hurricane, and interest in the islands under watches and warnings at the moment should be heavily monitoring the progress of the storm. And also, as said earlier, with the disturbance behind Hurricane Irma, which now has a 40% chance of development in the next 48 hours and 80% in the next 5 days. So there is a very high possibility now that the disturbance behind Irma may actually develop into a hurricane also, and some forecast models have actually also been saying that this storm behind it could also become a major hurricane, but we will have to wait and see how this will play out. At the present time so far this season, we have seen five storms that have peaked as tropical storms. We've had one Category 1 hurricane, one Category 2, and now with Irma intensifying to a Category 4 hurricane, it is now the second Category 4, also with its predecessor Hurricane Harvey. Both storms are now with at the joint strongest storm with 130 miles per hour, but Harvey just clipping Irma to the post by getting to wind speeds a central air pressure of 938 millibars, whereas Irma's lowest pressure so far is 944. At the moment, the latest statistics coming in, there has been no damage or deaths from Irma so far as it has not struck land, although it has affected the Cape Verde Islands in its early outset. And also Hurricane Harvey now has caused $70 billion of damage, as well as also 64 deaths and 2 indirect deaths associated with Hurricane Harvey. So this will be it for this update, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope you found it informative, and I will be doing another update tomorrow at approximately 1200, maybe 1300 UTC, depending on what time I'm back from Basingstoke. But anyway, that's all from me now. Thank you guys for watching. This is the Alternate Meteorological Service signing off. I need to pick a shorter name.